Yeah. I think their biggest advice I have is to get and accept advice. There's my wife and I were very humble about the approach to this. We'd never run a food company, we'd never run business, anything like this. We had a lot of ideas and we had a lot of intuition and we were our core customer. So we brought that, but like we didn't know what we were doing. So we asked for a lot of help and we would get a ton of free advice from people just because we were nice and were willing to ask. And then we would take that advice, we'd come back to them and say, hey, we did all that. Now what? And they'd say, you did it? Like, what, 10 out, 9 out of 10 people I talk to never do
Never.
anything I say. And they're like, you did that. I'm going to give you more advice. And so they give us more advice. And then some of those people eventually became official advisors or employees or whatever. But like,
Hmm.
just being willing to ask is one thing, but you have to be willing to take it or explain why you didn't take it. Come back and say, hey, we had that idea. We looked at it. It didn't quite work for us. This is what we did instead. What do you think of this? And they're like, the fact that they come back at all. I mean, I do a call a week with a startup entrepreneur, just because I want to give back.
Oh, you give back. Oh, wow. That's really
All the
nice.
time I have calls, and most of them I never hear from again. Almost like 99% I never hear from again. And like I have no idea if they did it or not. They never come back and ask. I always tell them stuff. I always say follow up. I'll do these things. Email me with a list of things I said I'd do. I'll make these intros. Sometimes they email me and I make the intros, and then I never hear from them again. But but a lot of them, if I run into them, I find out they didn't do anything I said. So I see where that comes from. So taking advice is huge. But then there's this fine line of uh, following your gut and thinking outside the box and like being rebellious, like being willing to do shit against the
A
grain.
disruptor.
Yeah, this is like the founder mentality, right?